Thank you for watching this series about starting a successful business. You have been able to identify a very interesting business idea and you can't even sleep because of it. And you have also identified where you are going to fund the idea, where you are going to get capital. The next question you have to ask yourself is whether you are going to do it alone. To be honest with you, if you do business alone, it is challenging, it is straining, it is emotionally draining. And I would suggest you get a business partner. We have talked with many young people about this before, and I will give you tips in the next few episodes, about how to get the right business partner, precautions that you should share, and other things that you should do so that your business stands. My name is Reuben Kimani, and welcome to this channel. Remember, when you start a business, the business, as we said, is supposed to be sustainable. So it means if your idea is good, it is going to run for generations, many years. So when you are choosing a business partner, what it tells you is that this will become someone you'll see for so long. So you have to make the right choice. I'm not going to give you tips on how to choose the right business partner, because this is the difference between the success and the failure of your business. There are so many cases in court for people who started businesses together and now they can't agree on anything. They are fighting over money, resources, all kinds of things. People started as friends, and because of businesses, they even lost friends. And I'll start with a quote I read somewhere. This is guy who started a business. And then when the business started doing well, he says, he decided to employ his friends and his relatives. After some time, when the business grew, things happened. And finally he said, now, I don't have a friend, I even don't have family, and my business is dead. He lost. Basically, it's because his choice of who to work with was wrong. Today I would like to give you tips on how to select a business partner. And when we started username, to start with my story, that was one of the most difficult things personally I went through. I was wondering, am I bringing someone who will check out in the next few weeks, who will lose interest, whose only interest is money? And it took so long. We had so many meetings with my founders until we agreed we are in this thing for the long run. And these were my friends, I knew them, and I did some shortlisting and vetting, and those are the things I'm telling you right now. The first thing, and the first very important tip, is you have to find someone whom you share the same vision. Is this person genuinely interested in business, or they just want to make money? In the long-term business, do they share your vision? Do they see what you see in 20 years, in 10 years, in 5 years, even in 50 years? Do they see this big organization impacting people, helping Kenyans, helping Africans, helping everyone in the world like you see? So you need to select someone who has a similar vision. It's a process. You need to understand where they are coming from. The second very important thing is that you need someone you can be able to trust. Business is about making sensitive decisions every day. Where to put money, whether to eat money, whether to spend, where to invest, and all those things, they are so difficult, my friend. And sometimes you'll find people who, if you give them even 50 shillings, those people don't return the money. There are people who can be trusted with time. There are people who can be trusted even with relationships. You should avoid those people like a plague. Even if you feel like they can come to the business, one day you'll be able to pay for it. Basically what I'm saying, you need to understand the person who is coming to the business, do any vetting that you need to do. Talk to their friends, talk to their family, find out even in social media and many other things, whether this is somebody who can be trusted. And to be honest with you, most of the time we know people we can trust and people we can't. and you need somebody who you can be able to trust to be able to do the business. The other thing is about values. When you talk about values, these are basically standards in life which you share. There are people who are Christians, there are people who are Muslims, there are people who have religious values, there are people who have family values, there are people who have work ethic and other values. They don't compromise, they are honest, they are truth. You have to identify and know whether person shares the same value. One of the most interesting thing about our business, we call ourselves a tradition of trust in username. I know you know that. Trust is very important in land business. And when we met as founders, one of the things that I knew we have is that we must agree on the way to operate. And I knew we had shared values. We are people who can compromise on some values, even when things become thick. They'll not start stealing money. I can actually leave everything to my founders and I can find sleep. I'm okay because I know they'll not steal from me. So basically what I'm saying, find people who have the same standards in terms of how they live, the things they believe in. There are people who are thieves and you know them, con. People who can't leave anything there, they'll steal it. People who will tell you one thing and they are liars. You know those people, avoid them like a plague. The last thing I would like to say, very important, have people who have complementary skills. It's very important for the running of the business. If you're an engineer, maybe you don't need another engineer. If you're an ICT person, you need another ICT person. But people have different skill sets. When we met founded username, one of the interesting things is that we are coming from different experiences. Remember, I'm an engineer myself. I came from a telecommunication background, an ICT background, having trained for years with a lot of experience. My founders, one of them came from the mortgage industry. He understood about real estate much better than me in that segment. This is something that he had done for years, worked with housing finance, worked with Kenya Commercial Bank. My other founder, though as an engineer, had a lot of experience in customer experience, having worked in Safaricom for many years in that capacity. So when we came together, it was so easy to know who should do what based on your experience. And those things have really helped username to grow very fast. What I'm saying, look for people who have complementary skills and experience. They'll come in a handy way to make your company grow much bigger. So those tips I believe are important. I will recap very fast. You need someone who shares the same vision. Very important. Number two, you need someone who you share the same value. Very important. Number three, you need someone you can trust. You don't need a thief, a liar. And finally, ensure you have founders who have complementary skills. I'll be able to share other tips. And the last thing I would like to say, you don't need the whole crowd. I know you might be in a chama. A chama looks like a company, but people have excuses. But what you need is just some few founders. I would even say you should be maybe at least 2, maybe at most 5 if you ask me. So for easier decision making, it is very hard to find 10 people who shares the same vision. But the number becomes smaller, you can be able to find that. You don't need so many people to make it a success. You can do it even when you are 3, when you are 2, and you can make it happen. You know how to choose a founder, and in the next episode, I'll give you precautionary things that you should do when you are identifying a founder and when you are getting someone you can grow with and you can celebrate these successes with in life. Thank you so much. Share with your friends. Leave your messages. If you have not subscribed, please do, and ensure you action and implement what we are advising. I believe this is something that is very important for you when you are starting a business. Please look forward for my other episodes as well and listen and watch them. Thank you so much.